Hey guys, I want you to go ahead and make a new project and call it Pong. I would like you to get these two sprites, a ball and a paddle. And if you recall, you'll get them from over here. You just click that and then you click search, choose a sprite, and you can go and get them, over here. Okay, now you're going to get a paddle, you're going to get a ball, and you're going to create some variables. So let's go to the variable section, and you need to create the following variables on the left side. Bx is the x-coordinate of the ball. Px right here is the x-coordinate of the paddle. Computer and player will be our scoreboard that will display up here on the screen. By the way, none of these other things, when we actually play the game, will be displayed. They're just here to help me debug when I actually create the project. But when you play the game, only player and computer will be showing. Okay, so Bx is the x-coordinate of the ball, and Px is the x-coordinate of the paddle. Computer and player will be my scoreboard. HR and VT they will control the speed of the game. The larger the number HR and the larger the number VT is, the faster the ball will move. And holder X and holder Y will be where the ball will be in the next frame. Okay, so just go ahead and make those variables. And after you make those variables, let's make sure that you have Bx and computer and player and Px showing. And I also would like you guys to go, you can click on the paddle and then go to motion and make sure you click on X position for the paddle, and then go ahead and click on the ball and go to motion and click X position and Y position. I'll explain why later on. So just make sure you go ahead and do that. Okay, now let's go to the paddle. Here's the code for the paddle. Go to events when the space key is pressed, and then go to control and get a forever. Go to blue motion and go to X, Y. Now for X, you have to go to sensing. You have to go to sensing and find mouse X and drag it here. Go to X, mouse X, and then for Y, just type in -182. And then the last thing you do here is set PX to mouse X. Set PX to mouse X. So the only thing this code does, and I'll go ahead and demonstrate it for you now, is when the space key is pressed, okay, it ties in the actual paddle to my mouse, right? I can't move it up, that's true, but I can move it left and right. Okay, so now we've got the code there for the paddle, okay? Alrighty, now let's go ahead and click on the ball. Let's click on the ball, and let's do this. We're just going to do some real simple housekeeping today. Okay, in fact, I'm just going to put this down here. So here we go. When the space key is pressed, go to variable and set computer to 0, and go to variable and set player to 0. Now go to blue motion. Go to X 0 and Y 100. So we're going to put the ball in the upper middle of the screen. Now I'm going to set the speed of the game. Set HR to +6. That means we're going to start going to the right with the ball. And set VT to -6. That means we're going to go to the right and down. Negative is down. Remember, the middle of the screen is 0, 0. Over here to the right, X would be, I believe, 240. To the left, -240. Up top, I believe Y would be +180, and down here negative 180. Those are the approximate coordinates, but the middle is 0, 0. Now, this is some housekeeping right here. This is only going to be done one time. You're setting the speed of the game, you're putting the ball in the upper middle part of the game, and you're resetting the scores to 0. This repeat loop right here, this runs the code. This actually runs everything. So now I want you to go and get a repeat until. That would be in control. Repeat until. And then go to blue sensing and get mouse down. Mouse down. And then we're going to just leave this blank for right now. I want you to save it and you're going to be in good shape. Now, just a couple things I want you to know about. I want you to take the ball and put it on the right side like it's going to hit the wall and get the X coordinate of the ball. This is 229. And if you went to the left side, it's probably going to be pretty close to the same, negative 229. Let's see. Negative, yeah, real close right here. Just went a little past it. There it is, negative 229. Why don't you do that and write down the X coordinate of the ball on the left wall and the right wall. The right wall will be positive, the left wall will be negative. Then put the ball up here at the ceiling and write down the Y coordinate. The Y coordinate, okay, in this case is 168. Okay, you can see ball Y position, and then put it down here, and I'm going to put it about halfway between the paddle and the floor, about right there. There's a reason why I'll explain later. And get the Y coordinate now, which is going to be negative 163. So you guys should go ahead and get those numbers now and write them down and make sure you know where they are for the next class. Okay, this is our setup for Pong.